Hi, today we discuss about polysaccharides. What are polysaccharides? Polysaccharides contains a large number of monosaccharides, or you can say they are upon hydrolysis. The polysaccharides upon hydrolysis produces a large number of monosaccharides. And starch is a very good example for a polysaccharide. And starch consists of two units. Starch is a mixture of two components called amylose and amylopectin, where amylose is a linear polymer of alpha-D-glucose, and those alpha-D-glucose units are connected to each other through 1,4-glycosidic linkage. What do you mean by that? You have two glucose unit of alpha-D-glucose unit. From the first carbon of one alpha-D-glucose to the fourth carbon of the next alpha-D-glucose, there is a linkage, and I will show you that later. And that's what it's called, a 1,4-glycosidic linkage. While the amylopectin is a branched polymer of alpha-D-glucose, and it consists of both 1,4-glycosidic and 1,6-glycosidic linkages. All I will show in the next figure, next slide. See, the first one is the amylose. This is the amylose, while this is the amylopectin. So what is that amylose? You can see here, this is your one alpha-D-glucose unit. This is one alpha-D-glucose unit, and I can show you here better. This is one alpha-D-glucose unit, and this is the next alpha-D-glucose unit. And from this is the first carbon. This is the first carbon of this unit, and here you have to remember there is an OH group below the ring. While on the fourth carbon of the next unit, there is an OH group down the group, and these two will condense. The first carbon will condense with the fourth carbon to remove a molecule of water, and there forms linkages through oxygen, which is called the 1,4-glycosidic unit. So that's a linkage present from the first carbon of first unit of alpha-D-glucose to the fourth carbon of second alpha-D-glucose. And these linkages, this linkage, you will have many times. There is n stands for more than 1,000 or more than 10,000, you can say. And since this unit you have many times, this is a polymer. And what kind of polymer it is? It is a linear polymer. What do you mean by that? There is a straight chain, and this unit is called your amylose. Clear? Now you have here also you have an amylase unit. That means you have a linear polymer. So this linear polymer goes on extending on either direction, and down also you have a linear polymer. Look here. Sorry. Here also below you have a linear polymer. And what's happening? Look, on the first carbon below you have an OH group. And this is your sixth carbon. CH2OH is sixth carbon, and on the sixth carbon there is an OH group, and those two will condense. From the first carbon to the sixth carbon, you will get a linkage, a glycosidic linkage. So you have both the linkage, 1,4 linkage as well as 1,6 linkage. Clear? And this is what is called amylopectin, and which is a branched polymer. What is actually a branched polymer? If you have a linear polymer here, I can show you. This is one linear polymer, and you have another linear polymer, and between the linear polymer, if you have a linkage, a cross link, which is called a branched polymer. So this is one linear, this is another linear, and between that you have another linkage called 1,6-glycosidic linkage, and this is called your amylopectin. So there are two units, one is the amylose, the other one is amylopectin. So this is your what is called the unit of starch. And together I will discuss about the cellulose also. Cellulose is a polymer of beta-D-glucose. So remember what was your beta-D-glucose? On the first carbon, which is anomeric carbon, the OH group is present on the left side on the straight chain structure, or in this structure it will be above the plane. So anyhow, you can say here you have an OH group, and here also you have an OH group. This is the first carbon of the first unit, and this is the fourth carbon of the second unit. They are connected. So, and this is a beta unit. Remember, a beta unit, and this linkage will result a polymer. Okay, you have many times this polymer, and such a polymer of beta-D glucose and which are connected through 1,4-glycosidic linkage is known as cellulose. So these are the two polysaccharides we have to study in your syllabus. So you can see this in the earlier case and all, actually they shown the 1,4 linkage down like this. This is shown like this, but here it is given in a cross manner to indicate this OH group is actually above the plane. Okay, you go to the structure. Actually, this ring is shown. See here, you can see the oxygen is here. Okay, oxygen is here, but here the oxygen is down. So this OH is actually pointing towards this oxygen. Clear? This OH. Okay, that's why you have to say the OH is above with respect to this one. Here the H is above, OH is down on the first carbon. With respect to oxygen, if you speak, the hydrogen is on the first carbon. I am saying the hydrogen is parallel to oxygen, but here the OH is parallel to oxygen. Clear? That's the difference. Anyhow, this linkage is 1,4-glycosidic linkage of beta-D glucose, and that forms your what is called cellulose. So with this, the discussion about polysaccharides are over, and we will discuss with the proteins in the next class. Okay, thank you.